So now I have Ammar. Please.
Okay, hello everyone.
Hello.
Yeah, I think my camera started now. Thank you all for the wonderful presentations. I think you're all doing very amazing progress. So my name is Ammar, and I'm the team lead of our project, the Customizable Code Assistant, which is a project. It's a new project for defunding Round 3. So a quick recap about what the project is supposed to do before I start with our progress. So our idea was that we provide customizable code assistance that is like an LLM-based code assistant that each company can use to its own kind of tasks. And we provide that in two ways. We give like ready off-the-shelf fine-tune to a specific task code assistance. And we will also develop an open source package in Python that people can use to both like download the data, clean the data, and then feed it to the base model of their choice to fine tune onto their own specific data. So now I will try to share my screen. Yes, this tab and share. Okay, so I think my screen is sharing now. So this is our reports. As you may see, we have submitted 3 milestones, and they are the 3 of them has been accepted. Actually, the third had been accepted just this morning. So yeah, I will start from the last milestones and go to the others as I need. So as I said, we will develop like off-the-shelf code assistants that could be used through API calls. And we will also build a package that could be installed via pip install and can be used to follow all the steps we made to fine-tune our off-the-shelf. The package will be developed in the next milestone, but for now, we can just walk through the fine-tuning reports that we've gone through, and just update you on our progress. So first, we created a data collection pipeline described here, which is a kind of a customized pipeline for you to pull the data from GitHub, which is actually was the first milestone. So if you came here, you can see that you can enter any query to extract repos and code from GitHub and then fine-tune that based on, most importantly, the license of the code. So it should be openly licensed, and maybe the number of stars or the size of the GitHub, whatever you like to use. After collecting and cleaning the datasets, we have some datasets statistics here, and we push the datasets on Hugging Face, which are open source. Then we went on the fine-tuning details, for which we use the LoRa efficient fine-tuning, the number of parameters and the number of tokens used and the expected loss, which is the expected loss before the training in Perplexity, which based on the compute optimal fine-tuning calculations, which was our second milestone, where we went a little bit into the academic section. And we use what's known as a scaling laws, which may look a little bit complicated here, but the main idea is that it just based on the dataset you use for the fine tuning and the size of parameters and some other factors, you can, to some degree of accuracy, expect perplexity loss that you will have. So maybe if the fine tuning dataset size was 100 gigabytes, we'll have a 0.8. If we went to like 50 gigabytes, then it will calculate it would be 1.7. And with some graphs that show you like changing the dataset size kind of helps, but changing the number of parameters you fine tune kind of stay the same, and they will both plateau after a while. Anyway, back to our report. So based on these parameters, we kind of selected the hardware we use and the number of epochs we will run. And we found that the actual minimum value was 1.0, where the expected one was 1.1, so kind of a close estimation. Again, the models were also published on GitHub. Finally, we just shared some results and compared our models to the base models in terms of perplexity. And the models were, one was fine-tuned on security code in Python, which is something if you try to do with GitHub, for example, it's the guardrails that with ChatGPT, sorry, the guardrails will tell you that he won't generate some code for maybe penetration testing or like white hat and stuff. So that's something that could be a use of the model. And we also trained it on the most recent React version. Also, it's another case that customized code models could be helpful, as in to stay up to date with the recent updates of your packages and the code you use, and it could be very much helpful. And also, finally, some benchmarking of the speed of generation, like using smaller models can be a little bit faster than using like models that are 10 times the size of the small fine-tuned models. And that's about it. If anyone have any question, thank you. Yeah.
Sounds great, Ammar. Sounds great. Yes, and I like the documentation that you are developing around as well, and results and everything on your tries. Very important to this knowledge management that we are going to have, and also for the review, right, of the milestones. So it's important as well.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, anyone would like to comment on Ammar's project?
Yeah, I could share the link in the chat if anyone wants to play with maybe dataset.
And also share your handle on Mattermost, because I believe some are kind of shy.
Okay.
To talk here.
Yeah.
And then they might be able to reach out to you and discuss your project.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, maybe this is Rafael Hishobi. Let me ask one question. I think this is an interesting thing. If I don't ask something, probably not ideal. So just one quick question, right? This is the model is fine-tuned for just vulnerability assessment, penetration testing, or both, or so what's the use case, if you don't mind my understanding?
Yes, the model is fine-tuned. So the data we built from GitHub, the query we used was mostly for penetration testing. So the model fine-tuned is like it's kind of supposed to take a documentation of some code or some comments that would be the prompt, and then based on that it would generate some appropriate penetration testing that could be used to test the security.
So it will not only generate the steps, will it actually generate the actual code to do penetration testing?
Yes, that's the idea. Is supposed to generate the code for the penetration testing. I'm not an expert in the field of security, but that's the idea. Like,
no. This is very, very nice. I mean, do you have any plans for creating sort of an adversarial model which will also try to do the opposite thing, like blue team, red team, black team approach, one adversarial and one trying to break in?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But I think
that'd be interesting, right?
Yeah, that would be very interesting. Maybe for further stages.
Round 4? Okay.
Yeah, maybe. But for now, it's just an assistant. Like you try to do, you tell them like, I want to do that, and this is continue with you. But that's very interesting. Thank you.
Super, great work, super.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's why I think it's important to have this type of calls, and more interactive. For all that matter, I could be here and say, hey guys, please record a 5 minutes video about your project update, and then I'm going to upload in the your details page. and then you wouldn't have this type of feedback and ideas and etc.
Yeah.
Which I want to foster even further for all of you. I believe we are going to get there with new initiatives and so on. But yeah,